Hey everyone, Jessica Kobeissi here, and in this video I wanted to go over one of my frequently asked questions of all time. And not even like what's your name, like my most frequently asked question is what lens do you use? So I'm like, hey, why not just make a video and kind of just show you guys exactly what I use. I also mention my tablet a lot, so I'm going to show you guys my tablet. So first things first, I have a camera bag that I tote around. I mean, it's not really all that fancy and cute and everything, but it gets the job done. And it's literally like, again, not fancy. I'm not going to New York Fashion Week with this thing, okay? So it's this thing right here. And you can buy these at like Best Buy. I think it's like $40 or something. You can get them online for so much cheaper, but I use that camera bag for now. I know some people use a backpack, but I'm really paranoid about my things. And I like to have them, at least if not to the side, in front of me. Okay, now let's move on to the lenses because again, everyone's always asking me about what lenses I use. My first lens, which is kind of like my baby, my best friend, the 50 1.2, and this is a Canon lens. This is my favorite portrait lens. It's kind of like my go-to lens for fashion. A great aperture. It is quite bulky, but you get used to holding it. I'm surprised I don't have muscles in one arm from how heavy this is and how heavy the camera is. With a flash too, sometimes I use it indoors for events and stuff like that. The second lens that I use is the 35 1.4, and I don't really know, like, I don't know, you guys want to see, like, it's just the thing. And this one I have a protective cover over it, which I'll show you, and it sometimes gets jammed, which is kind of annoying. But I have this protective cover over it because, I don't know, I just get paranoid of it getting scratched. So it's literally just a clear lens cover. And this is from, it says ProMaster. I don't really, my friend actually gave this to me. Again, a clear lens. Just goes over your original lens, and I believe they sell these with different sizes so that they can fit your lens. So those are my only two lenses. I do have the 50 1.4, but I really don't use it. Ever since I bought my 1.2, I just use that. So I just quickly wanted to mention, for my 35mm, I usually use this for events, weddings, engagements, senior pictures. I use this one because it's a little wider and I can get more of the background. So for instance, if I'm doing a group shot with like a million people, you know how people add themselves to every picture? So when that happens, using my 35 over my 50 is a lot better because the 35 is wider. So again, 35 is my go-to lens for most of my events. Do I use this for fashion? Sometimes when I want to get the background shot, if there's a really nice background, if I want to do a scenic shot, stuff like that. My 50, I normally use this for my fashion, most of my fashion, portraits, close-up shots. I have my battery. I mean, you guys really don't care about that. Oh, my camera body, of course. Where did I leave that? Okay, so here's my camera body. It's the 50, God. It's the Mark II, 5D Mark II. I told you guys I'm not good at making videos. It's the 5D Mark II. It's Canon, and I took off the lens from it just so I could show you guys them separately. But yeah, I might upgrade to the Mark III, but I'm really not sure. I'm looking at a couple other bodies. Like I looked at the, what is it, 1DX or something. It was like $6 grand. I'm like, damn, I don't have that kind of money. I don't know. That's a lot of money for a camera body, but I think that if you're a good photographer, you know how to use your equipment correctly, you should be fine just using the Mark II or the Mark III. So now on to my tablet that I use, and here it is. I've used it for like 3-4 years. I mean, it's been through a lot. Like, I've been pissed retouching on this. So, I mean, this has been through a lot, and it still lasted me, and I love this thing. It's the bamboo pen. It's by Wacom. The model is CTL-460, and just comes with a regular pen. It's not the touch. I wouldn't recommend getting the touch because I would just get annoyed like touching it every so often, and then like you're like, I want to just use the pen. So I would recommend just getting something that just basic retouching. I mean, people want to spend like $500 on a tablet, and I'm like, unless you can draw the Mona Lisa, then you don't need a $500 tablet. Another thing that I have that I use a lot, and I probably would not survive without, is Western Digital. This is an external hard drive, and it's 3 terabytes, and I have 2 of these. God help me, I know. I mean, my photo shoots are probably like 6 gigabytes average each photo shoot, depending on whether it's a wedding. Weddings are like 30 gigabytes each, so I really do need these, and I do recommend them. But the only downside is that you can't really take them with you unless you want to lug this around, because it comes with, you have to like plug it in and stuff. It's not like a small one where you can just put it in your backpack. So it's definitely bulkier, and I just keep this one at home. I do have like a smaller one that I just take with me wherever I go, but I don't know, I don't really leave the house anymore. I'm just like a hermit, so I'm always at home. Some other things that are in my bag are literally like a bunch of these things. I have a prism, which is kind of cool, and look, I'll show you guys. See, it kind of like distorts everything. Look what it's doing to this camera. I mean, imagine what it could do in front of your lens. It could do some really cool stuff. I don't really use it that much because I don't know, I just forget to use it. I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm gonna be like, oops, forgot I had that. And then I have a bunch of these little chandelier things. Literally, I have literally bunches of them. I went on an eBay binge, and I was like, oh, I'll just buy all of them. So I have like a bunch right here. Can you see them? I have like this one. I could probably make a chandelier with all this stuff. And then I have this cleaning cloth that I use. It's so cute. It's like a little blanket for your lens. Like, you can just clean it up, and it's literally just a cloth. So if your lens gets dirty. And along with that, I use Optic Clean. And this is amazing. It's a lens cleaner. You need this, okay? Because if something happens to your lens, you're on a shoot and it's clouded or dusty or anything, you can't just use water because that will damage your lens. And you don't like breathe into it and, you know, use your spit or anything like that. Just use this. It's like $3. It's called ProMaster Optic Clean. So that's the one that I use. The flash that I use is the Speedlight 430 EX10. Here's what it looks like. It's Canon, and it has this cool, it's a diffuser. If you want to use it, pulls out, but I usually don't use it. It has a lot of technical buttons in the back that I don't really deal with. I'm just being honest with you guys. I know you're probably like, well, how can she not use and know the technical buttons that are on here? Well, I don't know, I just put it on, and the only button I use on here is on, to be honest. But it just clips onto your camera body, like so. Okay, not that way. When you hear the click, that means it's good. And obviously you need a lens, otherwise it's not gonna work, guys. Like, you need a lens on here. And I only use this for events that I shoot, weddings, engagements. Normally would not use this for fashion. I really don't use flash. It's not really my style. Talking for like 10 minutes straight is really hard. I don't know how people do it on a regular basis. Anyways, now I have to clean up this whole mess that I just made with all my stuff everywhere. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that was helpful and I answered some questions. If not, leave it in the comments. And again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Bye guys.